Okay then guys, let's have a quick look at this paper then, the June paper, before we go through it question by question. This is the EdExcel C3 Maths paper for June 2011. It's a 1 hour 30 minutes duration. You need to complete the table at the top, of course, at the beginning of the examination. Put in all your personal details. Then you've got all these instructions here. Let's have a look at them. Calculators you can use, but a certain type of calculators you're allowed to use. Complete the table at the top, answer all the questions, put the answer in the following section for each question. When you use a calculator, use the appropriate degree of accuracy. You've got a booklet for the formula, full marks for all questions, marks are shown on the right hand side. There's 8 questions in this paper, totaling 75 marks, 24 pages as well, so plenty of room. Clearly label the questions, sufficient working so that the examiner, the marker, can clearly see what you're doing. So let's have a look at the first question then. We'll just scan through these questions. The benefit of looking through all the questions at the beginning of an examination is that basically when you've looked at the questions, your brain, even though you've gone back to say question 1 for example, your brain subconsciously is still thinking about those questions that you just looked at, so that when you do get to them, you'll be slightly familiar with them, and it should ease, your brain has already worked out subconsciously probably how to solve them. So it should make your life a bit easier in the examination, a little bit smoother really. So differentiate this, function of a function and a quotient, no problem at all. Nice easy starter question there, very user friendly, so definitely start with that question I think, even without looking at the remainders. Question 2 now. Here's a trig and function here with x minus 2 plus x minus 2. Show that it's got a root here, so this would be a continuous in this interval. And this needs to be one sign when you work it out, and the f of x needs to be another sign. If it changes sign, then you can then say, because it's continuous in this interval, that it will be 0. It's given, this is given, and then use the iterative formula here. I did mention it in the earlier paper, but I just want to mention it quickly. When you have this thing here, and you want to work out these values to 5 decimal places, basically the best thing to do is pop up the calculator. And so if I put 5, say, 5.2, and if I put equals, that's stored as answer. So if I now do 1 plus 2 times answer, it will give me 5.2 times 2 is 10.4. It should give me 11.4. And then if I do 2 times that again, 22.8, 23.8. So if I press equals, we're going to get 23.8. And then 46, 47.6, 48.6 if I press equals again. 48.6. So you can type this formula in. Instead of where the xn is, you put the answer, but you must put x at 0.8 in your calculator at the start so that it's stored as answer, and then just keep pressing equals to get these values. So there's a little shortcut there. Useful little tip if you want to save some time with these questions because they are long-winded. So let's move on then. So question 2 is long-winded. I don't think I would want to do that early on in the exam because I want to get some good marks, quick marks under my belt really. 3. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, you've got this function here in R. You've got this mentioned as y equals f of x. 2 straight lines that meet at R. Sketch this graph, so shifting and scaling up by a factor of 2. And then the modulus of f of minus x. So you reflect it through the y-axis and then take the modulus. And then show where the R coordinates move to in those sketches. Again, not nice. It's something you've got to think about. So it could be time consuming really. Here's a function. Find its inverse. So that's okay, y equals this, rearrange, and you can then find the inverse. Find the domain, well it will just be the range of f, won't it, for the domain of this. Here's a function g, find the composite function in its simplest form and find the range of f dot g. So that's a bit better than the previous I think in many regards, but still not that friendly. So 2, 3 and 4 I'm already thinking, are there going to be any easy questions in this paper? Here's a formula. Gram, the leaf t days, m is in grams. When the leaf is picked from the tree, so t would be 0, the mass is 7.5 and you can get p. Put the other time in, 4 days, so t is 4, and m is 2.5. You'll have another equation so you can solve for k. So that's nice and easy. a little marginally easy. Find the MDT. Find T when the MDT equals that. Again, I don't think that's an easy question, and it's written quite long-windedly as well. So the 5, so I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm still leaving those to do later on the exam, I think. Now this one, 6. The trig identity here. Nice, I'll do this one. Show this equals that, and then tan 15. Put theta as 15 and you get tan 30 degrees, which are easy to work out, and that should be easy. Solve this using this property because it says hence. So here, this is cosec, isn't it? This is cot. So if I change this, put theta as 2x in, I'll get the 4x. And this will be tan 2x. So this will be just tan 2x equals 1. Solve it for x between 0 and 360. So that's nice. So I do that one and the one before, 5 and 6. All the others I'm not too happy about really at the moment, 2, 3, 4 as well. 6 continued, so there's plenty of room to put the answer down. 7 then, let's have a quick look. Oh, that's, again, there's a lot of algebra involved in here, but you notice the x minus 3 is common here, because this is the difference between two squares, so you can take that outside a bracket, and then you can simplify the fraction and see what happens to get this, and find the equation of the normal. So I think this is quite a hard paper, all in all, because every question I've looked at is not that great, not that user-friendly, and might take some time up actually to do. So let's look at the last one. So, double angle, this should be okay. F dash can be written in this form. Find dr and alpha. Yeah, that's standard. Yeah, turning points, so differentiations involved here. So I think this, by and large, all in all, this is a hard question, actually. All of these questions are fairly hard. There was one not too bad question. The first one's easy, question 1, but after that, you takes your pick, you pay your money, and you take your choice, really. I probably just have to work through them sequentially and avoid the real stinkers that I think are really stinkers as far as I would be concerned personally. So all the best with the C3 examination, guys. I hope this has been of some help. Little overview of the paper there, and all the best as you go through the questions one by one, and hope it has some help towards your examination preparation. So catch you again sometime, hopefully, in another live worksheet. Cheers!